Enter the transformation. Enter the purple flame. Dance.
Welcome to this crowdfunding video for a fantastic new music album that I've made. It's called The Umbilical Cord. I've already recorded the album. Now I just need the financial power to get it out there. If you decide that you support me, you will get the music in a pre-released version, so it's not mastered yet, but it's pretty much there. You will get it in advance of the official release. Let me tell you a little bit about the project. So the album is called The Umbilical Cord, the cord that connects us to the life energy, and it is a title that came to me in the form of a kind of a sentence about 15 years ago. So 15 years ago I was working in a dead-end job as a doorman, living a very unhealthy, unconscious and unhappy existence, and every day it was the same. And one day I went out and I went to have a smoke, as you do, or as I did back then, and I saw a reflection of myself in the window opposite me, and behind me there was also a window. And you know what happens when you have two mirrors that are at an angle towards each other, they start to reflect whatever is between them infinitely. And so that's what I saw. I saw myself reflected in infinity, working at that place, and just going out for a smoke, and just this was to be my life. And it really hit home at that moment, and I realized I've got to change something. But I didn't know what, because I didn't know what to hold on to. And then by some miracle, there was a sentence that came on my path. And the sentence was, I hereby create an umbilical cord to the divine energy, ensuring a constant glimmer of light in my life, especially now that I'm in this place of darkness. And this really resonated with me, because I felt there was a truth in that. I felt that even though there was darkness all around me, and even though I felt totally lost, there was this connection, and it wasn't a connection with my head to the divine, but it was a connection of my navel to the divine, where it basically all starts. And I realized that however dark it was, there was always this glimmer of light, and I could use this umbilical cord to pull myself out of the desperate situation that I was in. After that had happened, that night was really, that changed something in me, and it was after that night that I started really working on myself, started practicing yoga, meditation, and becoming more conscious. So now, after many years, I have had this inspiration to make this album that will serve as the same for people as that sentence was serving for me, that it is something that somebody can listen to that, and they will realize that even though they are in a valley of despair, there is still something that might pull them out if they connect to that own inner resource. So it's not about some kind of external God that you need to trust. It's about learning to trust your own inner resource, and then helping or allowing that to lead you out of that. So that's what the album is about. But of course it's not only for desperate people or people in the valley of despair. It's also for people who are working with consciousness. People who work with consciousness will recognize that we all need reminders. We all need to be reminded of our own light every now and then, even working at the highest level. So it's not just for desperate people. My hope for humanity, my hope for this album is that it will do that. It will help people reconnect to their own inner resource of light. And that's why I'm asking you to sponsor this album. So what am I going to use the money for? Well, it's basically two things: mastering and marketing. Mastering, I've already recorded the album, so it's finished, but there's just sort of 2% that still needs to be done, like a final polish that only a mastering engineer can do. And mastering can be quite expensive, so that's where part of the money is going. The other part is marketing. So there is this funding campaign that needs to be funded in order to fund the release. And then the release, I will hopefully be able to spread this message to as many people as possible. So your money will basically go into helping this album sound better and reach more people, which I think is a worthy goal. Now you will also get something in return. So you're not just doing this for the love of humanity, but even if you are, you're still getting something, and that's still nice. You'll get the music. If you give at least 25 euros, you'll get the music that I have finished now. And it's not mastered yet, but it's pretty good. And when the album is then finally released, you will get also the files of that final release. The second tier of giving is 50 euros. If you give 50 euros, you'll get the digital download of the music now, and then when it is released, but also you'll get a physical CD that is burned by me personally, and it is also signed by me personally as a kind of personal thank you. And then there is the third tier of giving, which is if you give 100 euros or more, you will get all of these things. You'll get the digital access, you'll get the physical CD, but you'll also get access to an online course that I've produced earlier this year, which is about fundamental relaxation, which I think is something that everybody can use, and you will certainly learn something from it. So it's a valuable thing. Yeah, I guess that's it from me for now. I hope that you consider supporting this. I believe this music really deserves to be out there. I don't think there's anything like it. It's the best thing that I've ever made, and I would love it to reach as many people as possible. So I would be very grateful for your support. I mean, I'm already grateful, but your support will really make a difference. Thank you. Thank you.
Enter the transformation. Enter the purple flame. Enter the transformation. Enter the purple flame. Dance. I let go, I surrender. I release you equally. Let the light come in. Let the light come in. Let the light come. Move together, away from confusion. Move together, feel the light on your face. Move together, away from confusion. Move move together to a place beyond all illusion. Little did I know that life could be this good, that life itself would mesmerize me, that this light will burn inside forever. Home again, she's flying home again. Just like a bird crossing the sea. Saw a man so lonely, he looked a little bit like you. There was a woman, she looked so sad. She looked a little bit like you too. What do you want? What do you want? What do you really want? Tú eres mi otro yo. You are my other me. Si te hago daño a ti, if I do harm to you, me hago daño a mí mismo. I do harm to myself. Si te amo.
Lives are the action ones.